saw defensively in the second half?
Are you talking about our defense or Iowa's defense?
From Iowa's defense, what did you see from them?
I think, number one, they're extremely sound. I think that's something we knew going into the game was that they're a sound football team. And they played sound the whole game. I thought that, they were in the right spot at the right time. I thought they put up a good fight, and ultimately we didn't come up on top.
You talked a lot about space. Do they seem to take away space from you guys in the second half?
Yeah, I think that's part of being sound. I think that's what they're coached through. They're coached well on defense, and they're in the right spots at the right times, and that's playing with space. So credit to them.
Daniel, what do you feel like was so successful for you in the first half?
For me personally, or I mean, I didn't really get much press coverage. I'll say there was a little bit of bail and a few other techniques out the DB, and I mean, just timing, just running our offense. It's I won't say anything special. Just doing what we do good and executing it.
Given the fact that you guys were up 14-7 at halftime, how jarring is the fact that you guys gave up 24 points and weren't able to score in the second half and lose in the fashion you guys did?
I mean, it's going to eat you away. I mean, no matter if we did score 14 points and they scored 15 points, it still would have ate us alive. But, every second half, every game, you want to go out there and put your best foot forward and, attack every single rep. And, we came up short today.
Max, what did you see on the touchdown to Elijah right before halftime in the red zone?
I loved the way he fought to get in the end zone. I thought the blocking on the perimeter was absolutely elite. And the finish he had to throw his body in the end zone was amazing. And he ultimately that provides a lot of energy for the team. And he was selfless in that fact, but also he knew that he had to get in the end zone. He did just that.
Also, how about the throw to Jamison? I mean, he was able to make the leap and grab, and he actually got 2 feet down. I mean, were you able to see that back on the replay?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Jamison Gears is a really talented football player, amazing human being as well. And he can make plays for us, and he will continue to make plays for us. And ultimately, the play comes together with all 11 guys doing their job, and it ended up happening that way. And ultimately, it was a 50-50 matchup, and he made the play.
He got 2 feet down. Shout out J-Mo.
What does it mean to you to have receivers like Spencer and Gears and Brockington and Daniel who go to such extreme lengths to make catches for you and the team?
It means a lot. I mean, number one, being able to spread the ball around is a quarterback's dream, to be able to have playmakers across the whole field. And then guys that are willing to play the hard snaps and really get gritty and play football. And that's what I love about this group. And we're going to continue to work our butts off and continue to stick to the process and put the best product we can on the field on Saturdays. But that starts tomorrow and having a good week this week.
Are you guys able to put your finger on anything of what happens at halftime coming on in the third quarter of why it doesn't click right away?
I wouldn't say so. I think as leaders we always look introspectively and try to find an issue, and ultimately it comes to watching the film and feeling the energy in the locker room. Maybe we could have done a better job in the locker room at halftime, energizing people. And as leaders, we have to take that and wear it on our chest and take our job with pride. And I think we can do a better job with that. I think, that's every game too. You go back and you look for the stuff that you can fix, and you're going to find stuff that you can fix all across the board, whether it be executing plays or energy. And happen to be maybe we could do a better job of energy next time.
Max, what was the message from Harbaugh after the game?
First thing he said was, "I love you." I think that Coach Harbaugh, he's been amazing for our offense, but also me personally as well. And we wear this together. This is something that we hold tight, and ultimately we know that our room we can do the best to put the best product in the field on Saturdays, and ultimately it all falls on the quarterback to start. And Coach Harbaugh wears that the same as I do. And so be able to share that, whether it's a win or a loss, something that he's done really well this season, and I can't wait to see what else we can do this year together.
Daniel, how do you turn the page? Because obviously the games keep coming and the challenges are right there around the corner.
Right. Yeah. Immediately after the game and after we done, talked about it a little bit, got the receivers together and say whatever we did this week, we got to double it. I mean, obviously I see we're a hardworking group for sure. But whatever we did, it wasn't good enough. So just continuing to double that effort. If that's more ball drills, if that's more film study, if that's more time taking care of your body, whatever it may be, just double it because we see.
Daniel, obviously not the result you wanted, but surpassing 2,000 yards in your career and another 100-yard night, just what does that mean to you?
Obviously, we wish we could have got the dub with that, but I mean, obviously hitting 2K yards is a huge milestone for me, and I won't take that lightly, and that's a huge honor, especially to be named within a bunch of great receivers in the Gopher past, and thank you, Max, for getting it there.
Daniel, after the high last year of winning in Iowa City and getting that historic win, how tough is it to see them kind of stop and line up and eventually walk down and get the pig, knowing that it's not here anymore?
Yeah, that's one of the toughest things in any game, any rivalry game, especially rivalry games. Just knowing what's on the line and coming out on the sad end of it. But it's not fun. But it's gonna make you hungry. It's gonna motivate you to continue to grind and make it to where you don't feel that feeling again.
Any more questions? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I was able to do in the third quarter.
Yeah, so first half, got them in situations that we liked, got them in third manageables that we know we wanted to get them into, and then we were able to execute after that. Didn't play a full game. Didn't go into that second half, whatever it might have been. Getting off blocks, making tackles, using the tackling system, being where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there, and then, executing once we get to our assignment. So got to play a full game, and then, we're going to learn, watch a film, and then, got a ton of time to get a lot better.
Jalen, what were the issues with Iowa stretch zone tonight?
From our point of view, we just didn't execute. At the end of the day, they did what they did better than what we did. So got to give them credit where it's due. O-line, running backs fitting where they need to fit, QB being able to make the reads that they need to make, and us just not being us. So at the end of the day, we're going to watch the film and just respond and do what we do best and continue to change our best. So,
Jalen, as a leader, how do you approach setting the tone and responding as you regroup and move on to the next game?
Yeah. First, making sure that everybody's in the right headspace because, of course, dealing with a loss is tough. But at the end of the day, I told them in the locker room, this is what makes teams great. You respond from a loss, and then you learn from it, and then as us football players, you become better men from it. And if you truly respond from it, sky's not the limit. You can go past that. So truly being able to set what we call set the temp. If we do that, how we can do that is just being able to come in tomorrow with a fresh attitude and being ready to learn and grow.
It's a challenge with Caleb Johnson. What kind of problem is he?
Yeah, I think just a lot of that showed up with us not being in the right spots. Whether that's getting into the right gap, getting off a block, and then again, just using the tackling system, getting him on the ground, a lot of missed tackles. And then, again, it's just a swarm. It's the excitement to be out there, the swarm, and then, once you get there, having the bad intentions to get that guy on the ground.
Cody, you talked about the high earlier this week of last year playing in Iowa City, so how tough is it to see the pig, lead the state for a year?
Yeah, certainly. Every loss is tough. We take it 1 week at a time. We're not looking behind. We're not looking at last year. We're not looking to the week prior. It's one day at a time, one play at a time. So when you look at that, they're taking it home, it bites. And again, we're 0-1 this week, so we're going to watch film, get better, and then, work to get 0-1 next week.
How tough is it, especially on you guys, when coming out of the locker room, they have that big drive, and then it's 7 plays for 12 yards, and then 2, 3 and out straight back, and you guys are on the field a lot of that third quarter?
Yeah, it's just a lack of response. We got to put a full game together. Again, we did our job, got them in the looks that we wanted to get them into in the first, second quarter, and then second half we, didn't finish. Didn't put a full game together. You can't play only 30 minutes of the game. You got to put that full 60 together, whether it's offense, defense, and special teams. It's not just one phase isn't going to win you the game. So it's putting a full game together in all 3 phases. And as a defense, that starts with not letting up any points, not letting up any yards.
Are you guys able to pinpoint anything at halftime coming out, kind of way you guys started the second half?
Want me to get that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of pinpointing, of course, coming into the first half, going into halftime, I felt like when Coach was talking and the other coaching staff was talking, mainly just defense, we were doing well job. So, I mean, just continue to fix the mistakes that we're doing and continuing to improve upon what we were doing. Which, of course, when we came out, we didn't do that, didn't execute, didn't become us. But at the end of the day, it was just simple errors. If we corrected those errors, we would have been just fine. And at the end of the day, we just got to continue to trust each other and continue to trust the process.
Yeah, and if I could add on that, it's the small things, like it's the technique, it's being in the right spot. It's nobody's knocking anyone for lack of effort. I hope like everybody's running to the ball as hard as they can. Everyone's giving it all they can. It's just we need to be better in our techniques and the little things. So I'm still proud of the way that, you know, the guys went out there and played their butts off. It's just that we could be a lot better.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank